Okay, so with the Black Prince, you know what I recommend, right? The left side of the map. If you don't get like enough help, you can chill in the bushes. If you do get help, you can try to play hold down and hide your turret. Let's see what he's gonna choose. Yes, but he can check which tank he plays the most, plus tell him some good tier 9 beats. Or that's what the Russians do. I watch them time to time. Okay, hello Kickapoo. Kickapoo. We can add it to the same, you know, like the same when you request a tank. Either a sub or like 5 euro, 500 biddies. If you guys want, I don't have any issues with that shit. No problem. I can add it in the command. Hello, Angelo. Okay, so I guess you didn't remember what I told you last time when you drove on Kharkov. Go wide. Wide behind this building so you don't get spotted. Yeah. Are you sure that, like, you remember my tips? Because when you cross straight forward here, there might be some little sneaky guy there or there, like, and they could clap you instantly while crossing, you know? And it could be very painful. Ah, it's good that you're watching the corner, yeah. You're watching the corner because you remember something, but it didn't go around, you know, to not get hit. Alrighty. Let's see, IS. Yeah, a good thing to do here before like you start the shooting is maybe like peek a little bit, blind shoot, fall back fast, just to see if there's anybody in the bushes there, right? Testing. It's not just good to like just go straight forward in because you might get clapped very hard. Yeah, exactly what it didn't do. And this is exactly what we did last time too, if I'm not mistaken. Tau. This is exactly what he did last time too. You like started peeking here at the exact same corner with no with like not paying any regard to that position there. Well, let's see if there's anybody in the back or not. Yeah. It's kind of risky. Like somebody could be like flexing. Like it could be a Rhymedal in the bushes now. He could kill it easily. There was... Oh, it's an Asteron. If I was you, I'd just tank the shots. An Asteron has like low alpha damage. Like I'd be only worried about if there was like something with 390 like an SE-122 or a Rhymedal. I'd be worried about that. An Asteron, I think you could just sit and tank him, no problem. Keep shooting these boys. So yeah, as long as you just don't turn your side, you know, to the IS, the side stream, should be good. And also blind shooting obviously is always a good idea. Because it's gonna discourage the TDs. Okay, there's a type behind this guy. At this point, you should try to be a lot more aggressive to help out this type so the IS doesn't turn to him. I think he's keeping him track too, so you should definitely be a lot more aggressive. Yeah. You shouldn't like, this is like danger analysis, right? You should assess the situation. Nasron has like 240 alpha. So far he's only been bounced on you, right? Nasron can't really pen you that easily. So what he should be doing now is like tanking the shots from the Nashorn and trying to kill the IS and the 45 as fast as possible. Okay? Because the Nashorn is not exactly like a very dangerous tank, right? If you do notice that he like starts penning you and taking a lot of damage, okay, but like at this point you should be like just aggressive on the IS and the 45 and let the Nashorn shoot you. Because like look what you're doing, you're just sitting in the spot where he can shoot you freely, right? So you could just let him shoot you freely while shooting the IS and the 45. Yeah, that's what you should be doing.
We didn't even dent them.
Started penning you. Obviously an alternative would be to like try to go round. You could also try to go round the same way your teammates did and try to push there safer. So yeah. Oh nice, somebody whooped this 45. Like I said, he should just be very aggressive on the science.
Penetration!
And he's still like kind of shabby with the weak spots though.
We damaged them!
I've seen quite a couple of times this battle like you were shooting at the wrong places, so
Penetration!
I don't know if it's panic or like you still haven't learned the weak spots whatsoever. Yeah. And yes, as a general rule of thumb, you probably want to be shooting like closer to this building, right? This is where they usually sit, not too wide. Shoot close to the building. Most people will sit there, so when they shoot, you're gonna pull back behind cover, so don't try to blind shoot around here at the start. Next to the tree
Drive on!
is your money spot. Both. I told you, like, go on tanks GG and look at the weak spots a little bit. Sure, as a general rule of thumb, the lower plate and the commander satch, they're weak spots, right? But if you want to go a bit more in depth, like where to shoot tanks whenever they're angled, you could also like use the armor penetration indicator. I don't know if you have it on your reticle settings. If you don't, you should definitely put armor penetration indicator so you can just move your crosshair along the tank. And it's gonna tell you, when it's green, you can pen. When it's orange, it's a 50-50, so you should at least use that so you can like have a real-time idea where to pen tanks. This is good though, like you went back to base because you started pushing, very good. Like a casual player would have just like kept pushing forward, to try to kill towards their base, but he did good, you came back, you relocated. It's always a lot more important, I think it's always a lot more important to go back to base and defend your base than to keep pushing towards the enemy base to win it. Of course, some exceptions might happen, like when you're in a very super slow tank, okay. Or when you're very fast from the cap, okay. He was quite close to the cap, so you could go. It's always better to go and defend the base because you never know if your teammates will be able to, right? And if they don't defend the base and you start getting capped, you're screwed after that, right? So it's a lot easier to go and defend your base. And then you can come back and just finish the rest of the enemy team. Because otherwise you're going to push towards the enemy team while being pressured from the cap, so you don't want that. So make sure you always go back to base when situations like these happen.
Target unlocked.
Target unlocked. Yeah, I should have went like on the right side. You should have went on the right side here, like where the VK is, because if you go around, you're exposing yourself to a lot of danger. T-34 shot, you had no idea what else is in the back. If you went from the right side where the VK is, you'd been like a lot safer. This way you're gonna have to push and tank T-34, so I think I've told you before, try to like pay attention to your environment.
We've hit them, but didn't
It's quite
penetrate
easy.
their armor.
Just pay attention to your environment.
Enemy armor
But
is hit.
again, this is a case where you can just tank the guy,
Penetration.
Yeah, Black Princess Polish armor, so you can just kill the guy while
One
tanking
of our tracks is damaged. We've lost the
while
track.
tanking
We're
T-34.
stuck here.
Another thing you need to learn is, you know what I always say, when you shoot somebody, if you have the possibility, try to shoot for the first or the last sprocket of the tracks, right? So I don't know if you noticed here. I'm going back. When the guy goes back, you could have like kept him tracked and killed him,
We
right?
damaged them.
You have like a little opportunity here when he starts falling back. And he's giving you a side, you could have like easily aimed here and you would have tracked him at the same time and did damage, and then you could have just finished him off. So whenever you get these kind of opportunities, always go for the first or the last sprocket because it detracks and does damage at the same time. And that's how you can kill tanks super easily. I do it all the time, you probably like saw me, like I keep tanks tracked all the damn time.
Stuck here.
Because not only they're gonna be in a bad position, right? And you're gonna be able to pen them easy.
Enemy is hit.
They're also gonna be tracked, so they're not going anywhere. So you can just like keep position your tank to not take any damage and kill them easily. Plus, if your teammates do decide to like shoot them too, you're gonna get assist damage. Yeah, again, like you would have had time to like turn around.
Armor is hit.
It doesn't really matter too much because you're a top tier heavy, but definitely if you were like in something without armor, you should have just went nicely around, you know? You could attack safely from there. Because yes, with the Black Prince you can just YOLO in, but we'll see how much like you can YOLO in, because the Rhymedal is circling again. This man is close to Black Prince. Oh, that's my mark, not him. Hello, Cheapy. And Adrian, how's it going? Hello, Potic. Alrighty. Yeah, again, like at this point you should go like a lot wider, because you do know there's a T-34 here that keeps shooting you. And at the T-34 there spots it, the Rhymedal is gonna fuck you up, so you should have either like tried to go through the middle. Best option would have been to just go through here wide. So if the T-34 does spot you, the Rhymedal can shoot you, so you haven't really like paid too much attention when I keep telling you to like learn to watch for the environment, you know? And try to take like smarter positions. You're taking way too many risks. Yes, you're in a tank that bounces some, but you're taking way too many risks, right? What are you gonna do when you're not gonna be playing a heavy tank? When you're gonna be playing like something with no armor? Way too many risks. Hello, Chippy. Ambition. Keep in mind we don't get streamer RNG and paid actors. I was watching and recognized the problem, but at the moment my brain wasn't coming up with a solution. It's easy, man, like you spend minutes traveling through the middle, you know. I'm pretty sure you could spend a couple of seconds before you decide to go through the middle. To analyze what it will be like a good position to like cross without getting shot at. It ain't really that hard. I was feeling the pressure of being in a slow tank. Let's put it this way, if you were in a slow but really armored tank, yeah, you could have went through the middle, no problem. When you're in a Black Prince against the Rhymedal is gonna is gonna destroy you, so yo, thank you very much for the support, Disco. Much appreciated, thank you. Thank you, Huntek. Thank you. I know you can't help yourself, you gotta say some shit. Go ahead. Yeah, Saturday we'll do a drunk stream. Man, I reload that Rhymedal is like relocating quite often. Again, you're making the worst mistake again. Please learn to like assess the situation. You got Rhymedal here. RD and T-34 last spotted in that area. What you want to be doing is driving towards one enemy, not driving towards two enemies that will crossfire you and the third one on the hill. You're doing the same mistake like you did in the back there when you tried to defend the cap, right? One enemy, two enemies, and another one on the hill. You don't assess the situation at all. Like it's a good rule of thumb. When you're attacking something, always try to attack, you know, the least dangerous part, right? Because you're alone, so you're gonna have to fight alone. You definitely want to like not fight multiple enemies from multiple directions. You want to like be able to like take your time with just one. You're gonna push and you're gonna get crossfired from all directions. It's not good. That's what I thought at this point, but I was committed. Lucky. You should have kept attacking the Rhymedal now, because Artie was gonna shoot you too. Could have gotten like 2 easy shots on the Rhymedal. Should have definitely kept attacking him. But yeah, this is just another case. You're very lucky. I can't exactly say like you played this game very well. Right? Look how much damage you're taking because you didn't go around. If you would have went around, like, you could have killed the Rhymedal quite easily. So you had some good moments when he went back to base and defended, you know. when like you were tanking the Nashorn sometimes to like kill the other guys, the IS, you had some good moments, but the rest of it is kind of just luck based again. Yeah. Like you have like so much time, or you had so much time to just analyze and come up with a better plan where to attack, and no, you didn't do it once. So, and now the worst thing you could be doing is like backing up, because the Rheinmetall has super good camouflage, and he probably is rocking binos too. So the last thing you want to be doing is like getting distance for him, so he can just kill you from far. You know, what you want to be doing is getting as close to him as possible. So again, you still could have went around behind him, possibly proxy spotted him here. The VK could have shot him, or you could have killed him yourself. What you don't want to do is like give him distance. That's the last thing you want to do. Hello, Tony. Baby boss. Thank you, Loop. Appreciate it. I suppose you're gonna go on the cap, but you probably noticed that I never really cap, right? Capping while there's already live is probably one of the worst things you can do. Capping while there's already live and another tiny can spot you, it's probably 10 times worse, right? Don't cap when there's already live. Don't cap when there's people around the cap that can spot you easily. Yeah. And again, you know, this is just like pure luck gameplay, I'm sorry to tell you, but you backed off, you did like a huge mistake, taking distance, and then what did you do with that? You just decided to go out with your side. Rheinmetall could kill at any time, Artie could spot you at any time. Yeah. You really don't assess like your danger at all. It's like you're doing everything possible to get shot at. I don't understand. Exactly what I said, why you shouldn't cap on this already live. You're doing exactly everything possible to get shot at. It's weird. Thank you, Yuri, thank you. Like, especially after you saw your friend just dying to Artie, you shouldn't be here anymore. Because Artie's just gonna do the same thing to you, so... Thank you, Tony. And you should have just stayed close to him, you know, kept him spotted. That way your VK could have shot him and he wouldn't have died. Last thing you want to do is try to cap in the open field. Only cap and only cap when you don't have any other solution, right? Yeah. And when I say only cap when you don't have any other solution, well, when you're maybe running out of time and like you're too slow to go chase the enemy. You're lucky, these guys are really bad. Pretty much, like when you're too slow to go chase the enemy, you should cap, or when there's a very big distance between you and the enemies, right? And you know you have time to cap. Yeah, you're just really lucky. Like if the Rheinmetall would have had half a brain, he would have killed you a long time ago. Again, like he was reloaded and he didn't shot you. Right here, he was loaded and he didn't shoot you. Yeah, man. I don't know. 80% of your gameplay is just like luck based. I can't really say I've seen a lot of improvements since last time. Yeah, again, the same thing. You do not pay attention whatsoever to your surroundings. Learn to pay attention to the surroundings and learn to play safer, right? You need to learn to play safer because you just like drove randomly everywhere. Yeah. You got minimap awareness, I'll give you that, right? You realized you gotta go and defend the base, good. You got minimap awareness. But your positioning is awful, you know? You do not take any measures to like take less damage or to like increase your survivability whatsoever. So Paying attention to the surroundings and positioning is your biggest your biggest problem. Add that, like, again, you don't really know weak spots so well, because I've seen how you were shooting the tanks. So positioning, paying attention to your surroundings, weak spots, and like I said, never cap when there's already, because it's not really gonna work. Yeah. Only cap when you don't have any other solution, and he had plenty of solutions he could have. Yeah. Done. Alrighty. Alrighty.
Nice.
Okay, if we got any more replays, let me
PLS
know.
check account and tell what to do next. Peter91 neck.
Thank you very much for the 5 bones, Zionia. Much appreciated. I'll check your account. Thank you. Thank you.